10 years, so until he's 39, $700 million. Ohtani has tried to control the narrative around his free agency, and he was the one who broke the news, simply posting a pic of the Dodgers logo on Instagram. He actually apologized for taking so long to make his decision and then went on to express his sincere gratitude to the Angels organization and fans. Quote, "The 6 years I spent with the Angels will remain etched in my heart forever." He then went to make a pledge to the Dodgers and their fans to always do what's best for the team and always continue to give all of my best to be the best version of myself. Until the last day of my playing career, I want to continue to strive forward. I have questions. Jeff Passan has those answers. Let's just start with this one, sir. Why the Dodgers?
A few reasons, Nicole. And look, they were the favorite at the beginning for one reason and one reason only, and that's that they could pay the most money. And look, $700 million, I mean, when you compare it to the biggest contract in MLB history, Mike Trout's $426.5 million dwarfs it. When you compare it to the biggest free agent contract in MLB history, Aaron Judge's $360 million, almost doubles it. So there was the money. There was also the fact that Shohei Ohtani, having played down the five in Anaheim for 6 years, really grew to respect the processes that the Dodgers have in place and how they develop players in their farm system and the technology and science and everything they do. But the third thing, they win. And Shohei Ohtani, as we saw in the World Baseball Classic this year, loves winning. And he thought that winning in Los Angeles was going to be the best place to do so.
I mean, it's hard to sit here and look at the numbers of the contract and not just be like, holy. And they're eye-popping, 10 years, $700 million, but you're reporting a lot of this is deferred money. So how does this actually work, and why does it benefit the Dodgers?
Yeah, Nicole, I don't have an exact number of how much of the money is deferred, but a source said that it is a majority. So we know at least $35 million a year deferred, and this has an effect in two regards. Number one is the net present value of the deal. Essentially, money today is worth more than money tomorrow. And so when you're accounting for that and you're looking at what the deal is worth today, the deferrals, it depends on how many years off they're deferred, but it could be 10 years, it could be 15 years, it could be even more. The deferrals bring the actual value of the deal in present dollars down. The big thing, though, is the competitive balance tax. Now, that rate isn't quite as low as the net present value discount, but I think in the end, the CBT, or the luxury tax rate that Shohei Ohtani's contract is going to be charged at, is not going to be the norm, which would be the average value, $70 million a year. It's going to be more like $40 or $50 million, which in the end is going to give the Dodgers a lot more room potentially to go out and spend and add to him on this roster that already includes Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and a plethora of other fantastic players.
Let's just make the team that can already be absolutely fantastic. Let's just make them even better. There is one big question out there, though, because Ohtani just had his second major elbow surgery of his career in the U.S. So in terms of pitching, what can the Dodgers realistically expect?
Well, the expectation, Nicole, for somebody coming off of major elbow surgery is that you're going to come back and you're going to be, if not the same guy you were, then pretty close to it. But it's different when you've had two major surgeries within a 5-year span. There's not a great history of that. The Dodgers, though, were confident, and they were confident because the surgeon who had the procedure on Ohtani's elbow, Dr. Neil Elatrosh, also happens to be their team physician. And so the Dodgers believe, based on the conversations that they had with Dr. Elatrosh, that Ohtani's elbow is going to hold up certainly well enough for him to pitch and presumably get back to the level that he was at before when he was a Cy Young type candidate who, oh, by the way, can go out and hit 50 home runs a year. And that, Nicole, in the end, is why we're looking at a $700 million player, because he is the most talented player we've ever seen, and because the Dodgers and their ability to market him and leverage everything that he brings to the game is going to pay for the contract itself.
I just like how he announced it, the new definition of do it for the gram. By the way, the Dodgers open the season in Korea with a game against the Padres. The Dodgers do not play the Angels until June, 2 games in LA. They don't play in Anaheim until September. Thank you, Mr. Passan.
So Ohtani's now the third MVP winner on the Dodgers team that already has Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, who will likely hit between them in the batting order. Betts will be playing second base much of this season alongside shortstop Gavin Lux, who's expected to return next season from a torn ACL. All right, so you heard the lineup. Here's Sunday Night Baseball's Eduardo Perez joining SportsCenter on this historic day. All right, Eduardo, so now that we've given you a little bit of time for your jaw to drop, what was your reaction to 10 years, $700 million?
Pretty impressive, right? I mean, I thought that they would, if there was a team to get to 60 million per year, they would get him. 70 million to go to LA, stay in his backyard. It's pretty darn impressive what the Dodgers have done. And this is something that Andrew Friedman has always tried to do, try to get the best player possible per position. He did it with Mookie Betts by trading for him, putting him in right field. The best right fielder in the game now will be playing second base. He did it with Freddie Freeman, signing him to that free agent deal. And these are high character guys in the clubhouse that, along with Shohei Ohtani being the best designated hitter in the game, and oh, by the way, he can pitch and he'll do that in 2025. My goodness, what a squad Andrew Friedman has been able to assemble. Now he just needs to add pieces to it. And this is a team that is destined to go right back into October.
Now he can finally afford a 3-bedroom condo in Beverly Hills for all cash. What does Ohtani bring to this Dodgers lineup that they didn't already have?
I mean, they had J.D. Martinez there as a designated hitter, and he had an excellent year. But now you had Shohei Ohtani, another left-handed bat, and you put him right behind Mookie Betts or behind Freddie Freeman. It does not matter. These are 3 guys that can hit left-handed and right-handed pitching without any issues. And Dave Roberts has his lineup pretty much figured out, with Smith hitting in the 4th spot. You get Muncy also that re-signed there for a 2-year, $24 million deal. And you have yourself length. And it's tough to navigate through a lineup that can also run the bases really well besides just hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
It's a really good problem to have. Ohtani had 44 home runs last year. Mookie Betts had 39. So in your eyes, what is success for the Dodgers during this 10-year window with Ohtani?
Success is getting to the World Series. And it's really difficult to get to the World Series just because if you get to the postseason, there are so many layers involved. And it all comes down to pitching. How will Shohei Ohtani react after his second Tommy John? And we don't know yet. We'll find that out in 2025. Hopefully he continues to be productive and he continues to be a mainstay in that Dodger lineup and in their pitching rotation. But that is yet to remain to be seen. Now this year, they have to start off well, and I don't think they're done. I think Corbin Burnes is still out there to be had in a trade, and I think the Dodgers are going to do everything possible to be able to make an impact on year 1 of Shohei Ohtani's 10-year deal to make this all justifiable.
Listen, when one of your owners is Magic Johnson, expect to be spending the bread. Home opener ticket price on March 29th against the Cardinals, starting point, $228. Eduardo Perez can afford it. We appreciate the insight.
Wow.